Yeah, what I am doing, what I have been doing, am I teaching anything? What have I been doing? Am I teaching anything? I am rearranging the images correct order. You people are crying, voice not coming, voice not coming. You wanted to know how I am rearranging, you want me to talk? Yeah, copy, paste, change the name, copy, paste, change the name. So too much worrying. Audio not coming, audio not coming, audio not coming. That's called brainless people. Okay. So 1 minute also not paying attention what is happening there. Right? At least 1 minute you have to pay attention. What is going? Is he teaching or rearranging images? Why that much worry? Why that much panic? Don't you have observation skills? So improve your observation skills. Learn what is happening here. Improve your patience. Improve your thinking capacity. Okay. Don't be like that much panic. Okay. Now, last class, we have completed up to parameterized, non-parameterized methods. Then last class, we have learned 15 and 16 topics. Primitive parameter type, reference parameter type, primitive return type, reference return type methods and their difference I explained. What is a primitive parameter, primitive return type? A method whose parameter type and return type is primitive data type is called primitive parameter type, primitive return type. What is the difference between them? If you return primitive value as an argument or if you pass primitive value, then directly value will be passed. If you take reference return type, then object will be written. No, object reference will be written, object reference will be passed. What is the purpose of data type? Using data type, we can create a variable, method parameter, method return type, subclass, object, array object. Then now by using parameter, if you take, if you use a data type, okay, in this chapter, we need to understand variable, data type for creating variable, creating method parameter, creating return type, and also creating object, creating array object, you should learn. That subclass related story we'll discuss later. And then now index equal to 10, here variable, int x example variable, primitive parameter type, reference parameter, and primitive type, return type, reference type, return type. Then now, if I take a variable as if you take primitive type as a parameter or return type, what are the possible values we can pass? If we use a primitive data type, interface, abstract class, concrete class, final class, and as a return type and parameter, what are the possible values we can pass and return and store? Okay, then for that, I have given you a small idea. Okay, what are the possible values we can place? You can take a data type. If you take a data type, variable name equal to what the possible values I can store or pass or return, same type of value or same type of object, lesser range type of value or subclass object, default value or null, any of the three values we can pass. If you take primitive data type variable, same type of value or lesser range type of value, default value. That if you take reference type variable, same type of value, nothing but same class object, lesser range data type is nothing but subclass object, and the default value nothing but default value null. Okay, right. And then for example, I taken int x, what values are allowed, and a1 equal to what values are allowed, we have discussed. And then if you take reference data type, I can take either interface, abstract class, concrete class, final class, enum annotation. Enum annotation we'll see later. Interface, abstract class, what possible values we can pass. Okay, if you take interface or abstract class, you cannot create object from them because they have abstract methods. So same class object not possible, subclass object are null possible. If you take concrete class, we can create object from concrete class, and we can create subclass from concrete class, and we can also pass null. So all three are allowed. If you take final class that doesn't have subclass, only same class object are null allowed. So these points also we have discussed and written notes also. And If a method return type is A, what possible values we can return? If method return type is B, what possible values we can return? If method return type is interface, what possible values we can return? Interface object we cannot create. Here we can return D, create object, return D, create E, return E, create A object, but we cannot return. We can create string object, we cannot return because return type is interface. These are not subclasses. And null, you can return. And then based on this, these are the topics we have discussed up to yesterday class. Then now today, I wanted to go to the next topic. What is the next topic? Different blocks and logics exist in Java and their difference. Okay, and where we should place initialization logic, business logic, and why, following by rules in placing logic. Or you can say rules in placing logic. You can take rules in placing logic. Let me first understand rules in placing logic and tell me what are the rules in placing logic. The question is, can we place logic anywhere? Can we place logic anywhere in the .java file? Okay, let me first understand this topic. What are the different types of logics we have? What are the different types of logics we can develop in Java? In Java, we can develop two types of logics. Number one, initialization logic. Number two, business logic. We can develop two types of logic, initialization logic and business logic. What is the meaning of initialization logic? A logic that we develop for storing values in static variable and a non-static variable is called initialization logic. The logic that is meant for storing values in static and non-static fields is called initialization logic. Consider a variable and x variables as static and non-static fields in the class example, and even is its object. Then how can we store example.a equal to 50? This is initialization logic of static variable. E1.x equal to 60. This is the initialization logic of non-static variable. Then what is business logic? The logic that is meant for modifying values of static, non-static fields, performing some validations and calculation by using given values available in the parameters static and non-static fields is called what? Business logic. Simple. Performing validations and calculations, generating results, and modifying the static, non-static fields is nothing but what you call business logic. For example, I'm taking static variable value, non-static variable value, and adding it and storing the result in y variable. Then this is called what? Business logic. Okay, next. Now changing the value available in a variable, changing the value available in x variable. This is called modification logic. So there are two types of logics are there: initialization logic and business logic. Business logic is also technically called what? B logic. So tell me, in future, if you see some logic in the program, can you identify is it initialization logic or business logic? Come on, reply please. Can you identify which business logic or initialization logic can you identify? Easily, right? Then now try to answer. Inside a class, can I write logic directly? No. We have to write the logic somewhere. Tell me where you are allowed to write initialization logic, where you are allowed to write business logic. Now where you are allowed to place, right? For that purpose, what are the different blocks we can create inside a class? We can create inside a class, we can create 4 types of blocks. They are static block, instance block, constructor block, method block. We have completed method block. Now in the coming chapters, we discuss about constructor block, instance block, and static block. What is the purpose of them? Okay, first you identify how the static block look like, how instance block look like, how constructor block look like, how method block look like. Look at the class example. Look at that. Just a written block means what? Open bracket, closed bracket. If it contain only static keyword, it is called static block. Now, if you write just to open bracket, closed bracket, it is called instance block or non-static block because static keyword is not there. So non-static block or instance block. Then if you write constructor, okay, constructor means what? Look at the name of the class and its name is same and there is no return type. It is called constructor. Now its method name, you know, right? It's a method. Then what the use of static block, instance block, constructor? These are meant for developing initialization logic. How many times initialization logic should execute? Initialization logic should execute only one time in the lifetime. Na? Storing values first time in variables is called initialization logic. So initialization logic, I want to execute only one time. So you must replace that logic inside static block, instance block, and constructor. Static variables initialization logic place in static block. Non-static variables initialization logic you can place either inside instance block or constructor. The next, now inside method you can write both initialization logic and modification logic and business logic. So if you call this method only one time, first time, then it is act as the initialization work. If you call second time or third time, it is work as what you call modification logic. If a read value, do some validations and calculations, we call it as business logic. Hope you understand the topic. What are the points we discussed about? Now, so we completed what different blocks and logics exist in Java and their difference, following by where should we place initialization logic, business logic, and why. Okay. So initialization logic should write in static block or instance block or constructor, because the initialization logic should execute only one time. Business logic we must write inside a method, because business logic should execute repeatedly. 18.19 point, all you understand? Okay. Do you need to write notes? These points can you remember without writing notes? These are small points now. In coming classes anyways, we will write, right? So at this minute, no need to write. The next 17th point, I'm trying to understand rules in placing logic. What are the rules in placing logic? That means, can we place logic, either initialization logic or business logic, anywhere in Java file? Initialization logic meant for executing when class loaded into JVM. Initialization, non-static initialization logic should execute when object is created. That means there should be a clarity, this part should execute now, this part should execute now. And business logic should execute only when method is called. So that there should be a clear differentiation, okay? So you cannot write logic directly inside a method, okay? You cannot write logic directly inside a class. No, not possible. We must place logic only inside a method or inside a constructor or inside a block. If we place logic directly either inside a Java file or inside a class, compiler will throw error, class or interface or enum expected. Sometimes you'll get compiled error, illegal start of type. Already get my point? You cannot place logic directly inside a class. You must place either inside a method, constructor, or block. Then, sir, how can we identify a statement is a logic or not logic? Look at here, a.java file. I placed system.out.println hi directly in the Java file. Is it allowed? If you place directly system.out.println.java file, what is the purpose of this statement? You want to display this hi when? Is my point understand or not? You want to display hi, okay. When you want to display hi? You catch my point? When you want to display this hi, there should be identity to that. So it is compiler throw error, class or interface or enum expected. Next, if you write system.out.println directly inside a class, then compiler throw error, illegal start of type. Everyone understand? You cannot place logic statement directly inside a Java file or inside a class directly. If you directly place logic inside a Java file, compiler throw error, class or interface or enum expected. If you place a statement directly inside, logic statement directly inside a class, compiler throw error, illegal start of type. Okay, now look at here. Then what we are allowed to place inside a class? Inside a class, we can place only declarations or definitions. Can you tell me, how can I identify a statement is a declaration, or how can I identify a statement is a definition? We can identify a statement is a declaration or a definition by seeing data type. If a statement starts with a data type, or a statement starts with a return type, or a statement starts with the keyword static, then we call it as what? Declaration or a definition. Inside a method, we must place logic statement and some other declaration and definitions also allowed. For example, local variable declaration, local variable definition is allowed. Below diagram shows all available declaration, definitions, and logic statement. Those are allowed inside a class and inside a method. All the people try to think and tell me. I'm taking class example. I'm taking method M1. Tell me, inside a class, declaration, variable declaration, block, static block declaration, non-static block definition, constructor definition, method definition, declarations, and then inside a method, we can write variable declaration definitions and also can write logic. Then what are the class level declarations allowed? Variable, method, static block, non-static block, constructor, inner class. Inside a method, what allowed? Oh, so many statements are allowed. Look at here. This is the complete details about what you are going to do in everyday daily life. So inside a class, we are allowed to place variable declaration, static, non-static block definition, constructor definition, method definition, inner classes definition. Apart from these 5 statements, anything else you write, compiler will throw error. Inside this M1 method, then what you need to write? We can write logic section. What is the logic section? Local variable declarations we can place. Static, non-static, local variable and parameter variables assignments we can do. Static, non-static, parameter, local variables values we can read, access variable. We can call method. We can create object. We can write SOPLN statement for displaying some values. Okay. Next, we can create local block. We can define if else switch statements, conditional statements. We can create loops. What are the for loops? What are the loops? For loop, while loop, do while loop. Okay, and we can perform some validations and calculations. We can place branching statements. What are the branching statements? Return, try catch, return, break, continue, throw keyword we can write. And next, we can place try catch finally. We can write throw, throws, assert statements. Logic means these are the 12 statements only, sir. Apart from these 12 statements, you are not going to write anything. Your entire Java programming language, until your retirement you take in your Java language, except these 5 plus 12, 17 statements, except these 17 statements, you are not going to write anything else in your life. So your entire program will go around these 17 statements only. All these 5 statements are called declarations. Declarations nothing but creations. And then this M1 method, all these 12 statements are called logic. Logic means what? Process, accessing and performing operations. Accessing and performing operations. Okay. So now these are called, okay, these section 1 to 6 are called accessing, and 7 to 12 is called what? Performing operations. Everyone understand? Please write down these statements or take screenshot. Yeah, later you write. Okay, I don't have time now. You just take screenshots of this. Rules in placing logic. Later you try to copy yourself. I don't have time today. I need to complete fast. Rules in placing logic. Take screenshot. The next. 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 Declarations means either data type or return type must be there. Next. Okay, completed. Now I will give you some test cases. Try to answer. Is this program compiled? Output of this program is maybe compile time error, maybe runtime error, maybe output. Tell me, what is the output of this program? Is there any compile time error? Yes, it is a compile time error. Why main method not there? Main method is not there. Some people are feeling that main method not there. No, first of all, it's a compile time error. System.out.println, you cannot write inside class directly. It is a compile time error. And next, how to solve this compile time error? We must place system.out.println inside a method. Now this is right. Still, one more test case. Is it allowed? Which line is not allowed? First line not allowed or second line not allowed? Second line not allowed. First line is allowed. Why first line is allowed? Because first line is a declaration. Declaration is allowed, but accessing the variable method call. Println is a method call. Println is a method call. You cannot call method at class level. So it is a compile time error. Then how to solve the problem? Move the system.out.println inside method. Now it is right. Hope you all confident. This is a compile. These test cases will come in the interview. All are you confident? Next. Still I have some more doubts. Now again repeating. Inside a class, what you're allowed to place? Inside a class, we cannot write logic. If you try to write logic, compiler throw error. Inside a class, what allowed? Declarations. Inside a class, what is not allowed? Logic. What is the logic? SOPLN, variable assignment, conditions, loops, break, continue, return, try, catch, finally, throws, object creation, statement, method calls, reading, run, reading values. Okay, this all comes under logic. And now, still one more test case I want to give. Identify compile time errors here. Is the first line right? Is the first line right? Yes. Second line right? Second line right? No. This is variable assignment. Variable assignment not allowed. There is no declaration. All people are telling yes allowed. Don't know why. A equal to 20. It is the second line. This is variable declaration or variable assignment. Variable assignment. Is variable assignment allowed inside a class? No. Compiler throw error. There is no data type. Next, SOPLN statement method call allowed or not allowed. Next, if condition allowed or not allowed. This entire thing is if condition, right? Next, M1 method call allowed or not allowed. Println is a method call. M1 is also method call not allowed. Tell me, println inside M1 method allowed or allowed. Method declaration is allowed. Method definition allowed. SOPLN is also allowed. All people understand? Still any confusions? Yeah, one more. Now, still I have a doubt. Tell me, here, identify which is right, which is wrong. Please don't use your brains, okay? If you use brains, unnecessary confusions will come. Don't use your brain, everything will easily understand. What is that statement, buddy? This is a method caller. Subham? This is method call. Method call not allowed now. Don't use your brain here. Tell me, int a equal to 10, is it allowed? Yes. Int b equal to 20, is it allowed? Yes. Int c equal to a plus b, is it allowed? Int c equal to a plus b, is it allowed? Allowed. All the people are looking at a plus b. Yeah, a plus b is a logic. But this logic, did you attach it to class? Or did you attach to the variable declaration? What you must attach to the class? Variable declaration. Yeah, I attached variable declaration. Under variable declaration, I have placed logic. So what? Allowed. You write SOPLN inside method definition. That's why allowed. Array, assignment property is also logic only, na? Equal to 10. This is assignment. Assignment individually not allowed. In variable declaration is allowed because the declaration is attached to the class. So what is the point? If you want to write logic, the logic is allowed to write inside either variable declaration, method declaration, constructor declaration. So A equal to B at a class level is right. All you understand? Then tell me, static int M1, what about this? This is method definition, right? Allowed. Inside method definition return statement, allowed. Then what about this, Subham? Is method definition or method declaration or method calling? It is method calling. So is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. And tell me, is this statement allowed? Int d equal to M1. I am calling method directly under variable declaration. Under variable declaration. So it is allowed. No problem. Then tell me, int e semicolon. Just I declared variable. Allowed or allowed? E equal to M1. Is it allowed? E equal to M1. Is it allowed? M1 is allowed, but E is assignment, cannot allowed inside a class. Compiler throw error. All are you comfortable? Take screenshot. Still I have a doubt. I have written one statement, example E equal to new example. Is it allowed? Example E1 equal to new example. Is it allowed? Example E1 equal to new example. Is it allowed? E equal to M1, Y allowed na? It is an assignment na? Assignment not allowed inside a class, right? What is this statement, Lipsa? Ask a question. What is this statement? It is a variable declaration or assignment. Lipsa MCA 2019. Reply. This is a declaration. Oh my God. Go and watch variable chapter once again. Okay, example E1 equal to new example. Tell me, what is this? Is it allowed? Example E1 equal to new example. It is an object creation statement. Is it allowed at class level? Can I create object at class level? Don't use your brain. If you use your brain, you will give wrong answer. Don't use your brain. If you use your brain, you will give wrong answer. Never ever show your talent. Int d equal to M1. Is it allowed? Why? Int d equal to M1. Is it allowed? Yes. Why? Because M1 method you are calling under what? Variable declaration. Variable declaration allowed in the class. Same way, this is object creation, right? This is variable declaration. You created object under variable declaration. Variable declaration allowed in the class. So why you are telling not allowed? I don't understand. This statement is exactly equal to this statement only. So that's why I'm telling you, don't use your brain. Your brain is the most dangerous idiot, useless brain. Always it will confuse you. Stop using your brain. Start think what is this statement. Ask a question, what is this statement? Is it allowed here or not? That's it. Because you are not asking, just here see, not allowed. Just here see, allowed. What is this statement? It is a variable declaration plus object creation. Object creation under variable declaration. Variable declaration allowed in the class. So this statement is allowed. Next tell me. I am writing statement like this. Is it allowed? Now what is the statement? It is object creation statement. Do you have object creation statement with variable declaration? No. That means this statement you can compare as method call. Can we call a method directly inside a class? No. So you can also create, you can also cannot create object at a class level. Compiler throw error. Can I call a method inside a method? Can I call a method inside a method? Yeah. Inside method, println I call. Like that. Can I create object inside a method? Can I create object inside a method? Yes. No problem. Okay. Take screenshot. Please practice all these points in your system. Every point is important. So once again, conclusion I'm giving. What is allowed inside a class? Inside a class, only declarations allowed. How can I identify as a declaration? Data type, static keyword, open bracket, class name, return type is there, then declaration. Under variable declaration or method declaration or static block constructor declaration, we can write logic. For the logic section, these are the statements are logic. These statements are allowed either in method or inside variables also. Okay. So this is the complete chapter. Method and types of methods. Just go through once. All points are covered or not? Check. If you want me to explain any topic once again, I'm ready to explain. What is your doubt? If you say doubt, I will explain. I don't repeat point again. You must ask your doubt. If you have any doubt, I will explain. If you ask, I explain again, I don't explain. If you have any doubt in that section, ask me. Express your doubts. If you miss the class and you're asking to explain, I don't spend the time now. If any topic, if you have doubt, ask the question, I will clear the doubt. Topic number 5, video already there, right? Second video already there. You didn't watch? Smriti Gopi. Topic number 5 is already video there. Video number 2. After giving video also, if you are coming here and asking once again explain means, I don't know what to do. Question number 19, I should explain. Just now explain, na? Where should you place initialization logic, business logic? What is your doubt? Doubt you write, point you don't write. I don't answer to your points. If you want, I'll give Mike permission to ask questions. Anvesh, if you want to ask anything, you can unmute. Smriti Gopi, you can unmute. Yeah, tell me. What is your doubt? Ask your doubts, I will explain. Najia, what is your doubt? Ask, I will explain. Rahul, I unmuted you. You can unmute yourself and ask questions.
Hello. Hello.
What is your doubt?
Sir, I didn't understand the PPT and RPT method.
Did you miss the class?
No, sir. I joined that on that day.
Huh? Joined? Did not today class, yesterday class.
Yes, sir. Yesterday class.
Yesterday class you attended or not attended?
Attended.
And what is your doubt?
Means, sir, I didn't understand the concept of PPT and RPT method.
What is the concept? I don't understand. First of all, what you are coming to the concept? I don't know. I didn't explain any concept.
Sir, that method I didn't understand.
Again, you are telling not understand. What is your doubt? You ask your doubt, I'll explain. Not understand means what I should say. You attended, you go to one doctor, you are telling to the doctor, doctor, I'm not feeling well. How doctor can treat your problem? Where you are not feeling well, you should tell, na? What is your confusion in the topic? Yesterday notes also given, right? Did you write notes or not? Are you there? Rahul? Okay, he left. Very good. Next. Other students?
Good morning.
Yeah, Najia, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, Najia, tell me.
Sir, I didn't understand pass by value.
What do you not understand? Don't say not understand, Anna. What do you not understand? What is the effort you put to understand? Where is the doubt? Please ask questions. Don't say not understand, because 2 hours class I explain. After that you have to get some points, right? Just blindly should not come and ask, I'm not understand. Have you written notes the day, pass by value notes? What happened here? You are telling that not understand and then mute yourself. You're not talking. Okay, if you have any doubts in these topics, on this from the use of parameterized, non-parameterized method, these topics not there in the textbook. So I have given clearly what you call notes and program material, diagram, everything. Still, if you have any questions, read once again today. If you have any questions, post your questions in our Facebook page, Facebook group. Then your seniors will help. If nobody helping, I will help you. So first you should come up with your own effort. If you are not putting any effort and silently saying that not understand, 1,000 times if I explain also, you don't understand. Okay? Read notes and which point you didn't understand, address that doubt, okay? Address that confusion. I hate the word called not understand, okay? Never ever come to me with a word not understand. I hate that word. Okay, na? Ram Prasad. Ram Prasad, can you unmute?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Ask your question.
Sir, actually, in slide number 637.png, you we are giving return type new A, new B, new C. But the return type we are declaring A, static A, M1 method. So how can we return, means return type is A, na? So how can we return type B?
Yeah, because you are using your brain, that's why you are confused.
Okay.
You stop using your brain, and if you read the notes I have given, you will understand.
Okay, sir.
You read the notes I have given earlier points.
Yeah. Okay.
Open notes. Earlier points I given notes. Read it. If the return type is reference data type, what you are allowed to return?
Same class object and subclass object.
If you remember this point, then the doubt will not come.
Oh,
What is B?
B is a class inherited from A.
What is B? B is the deriving from A. Then why B not allowed to return?
Okay. So this is the child class only. Yeah.
That's what, given notes, if you read, you don't get doubts. If you're not reading notes and just you are looking at points, whatever you like, then you will get confusions.
Okay, sir.
Read notes properly.
Yes, sir, sure. Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? I don't explain any program or any point. You people put your efforts. Okay, if you don't put your efforts, I cannot do anything. Use your pen and paper, leave your laziness, bend your body. If you bend your body, then you will understand. If you don't bend your body, always problems will come. Okay, bend your body, use pen paper, each line, what is happening, draw memory. You know memory, right? Variable chapter completed. Na? Int a equal to 10 means how the memory. And next example e1 equal new example means what is the memory. Example m1 of x means what is going there and storing where. So try to practice with memory and then come to me to ask questions. Is it clear? So today I'm giving you time to read this chapter once again. So complete from the first page to methods chapter, first page to last page, whatever explain all these 20 points. Once again, you clearly practice. Okay, all these 20 points, how much you are thoroughly understand, then only you'll understand next chapters. Please, all you people, lose your laziness, bend your body. Is it clear? Next chapters are depending on methods chapter only. So practice all chapters once again clearly. I mean, practice this chapter from first point, last point, everything. Especially parameterized method, return type method, you have to practice more. So that's all for today class, and we will meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we will discuss about next chapter. Okay. All these chapter points are there in material, methods chapter, volume 1 year textbook, methods chapter. Volume 1 year textbook, methods chapter, go and practice. And I have given notes for some other topics which are not there. Anuj, you request administrator, Nana. He will give you. I don't have that, na. Seven AM batch link already shared, right? In 7 AM batch topic is exactly same topic run in your batch. Okay, from Monday onwards you can come to 7 AM. Tomorrow not required. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Please revise methods chapter fully and come. Then only next chapter you'll understand. Tomorrow I will give you some test cases on methods chapter. Okay. Tomorrow I will give you test cases on methods chapter.